welcome to Chennai Live 104.8. My name is Shweta,
Hi.
and this evening, as you heard her, we have someone super special joining us. We have Starla in the house. Hi, Starla.
Hi.
I have to say, you know what, I had like a solid introduction. So before I say, ask you this conversation or ask you any questions, I'm going to jump right in and say a few words because I feel like today, just like, any other day, we have music so seamlessly integrated in our lives, right? Whether we're grabbing breakfast,
Yes.
whether we're shopping, driving, there's always music in the background. And I was going to start off by telling everyone that today is extra special because not just do I have some fantastic music, but I have a spectacular musician here with us. So thank you so much for taking time out, Starla.
Yay, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, I think at first sight, just seeing you right now, I think we're all going to agree that much like the title of your latest track, you are indeed the Queen of Hearts. More on that soon. More on that soon. But tell us, how has it been? You've had such an amazing response, to your musical journey. What has it been like for you?
It has been a little nuts. I mean, I definitely cried when I found out that it was #1 in India last year. So that since then it's just been kind of like a roller coaster. And I'm really hoping to come to India to actually do tour because that would be like amazing to see all you guys.
Absolutely. In fact, you know what? I obviously am a huge fan of your music, but every single time I scroll down your comments on the YouTube videos, all I see is, love from Kerala, love from Chennai, love from Delhi. And I'm like, yes, guys, let's hype this up. So
Yes.
tell me, your music has made you such an international sensation. Is that something that you planned on? Are you like, you know what, I'm going to be a global music star? Or how did that come about?
Well, I mean, I think I've always wanted to be successful, but I didn't expect this level, and I'm hoping it's still gonna go up from here. But it just comes with time, and I've been in this industry for like 12 years, so I definitely started from the bottom.
Absolutely. In fact, that was what, my next question was going to be, because now that you're seeing this resounding success, all the love from across the world, what was your first
Yeah.
step like? What was your idea? What was your plan?
Like after Queen of Hearts, or just in
No,
general?
right in the beginning, say 12 years
Oh,
back. What was it like,
actually,
standing in front of the mic for the very first time?
oh, I'm so sorry. There's a noise over there, but should I wait till it
No,
stops?
no, that's
I
all
don't
right.
know.
Please. No, no, not at
Okay.
all.
Uh,
We're keeping it real
so,
here.
um, I from the beginning, just like I actually did a first show in Brazil, like back in 2000. Sorry, that's really distracting. I did a show in Brazil. That's where I started. I started with a producer down there he's actually my sister's husband now. So we started making music together, and then I just kept going I just kept collaborating with a bunch of people all over Europe, and I was living in Europe most of the time anyway. So it was a cool thing to collaborate with a bunch of different people before I even got signed. So
Yeah, in fact, that's how we were introduced to you, right? You came with a tag of like European sensation, and we're like, okay, and now, of course, it's gone, I think, much beyond just Europe. You're so
yes.
internationally certified. I have to say, on behalf of everyone, certified amazing. So, how has your journey been? Has it been, fun? Has it been difficult? Has it been a piece of cake?
Honestly, like, I mean, it took me a long time to really like feel good about what I was doing. I mean, like, I loved it the whole way, but it was a struggle to get, where I am today, for sure. So like there was lots of times that I was like, is this really worth it? Like, but no, I was like, no, I really love this and I have to keep going. So it's been worth it, but there was lots of times I doubted like if I could really make this happen.
I
It's
can
such a
imagine.
tough.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. You know what? We hear all these, all our superstars or all our famous artists saying the road is really, really tough, but we're so glad we
Yes.
made it through. So tell me, what was your
Yes.
first milestone like? What was, the first call when they said, hey, Starla, our song is a super hit? What was that like?
Actually, I think before I even got signed, I got a call when I was in Italy, and people from Brazil called me. They said that one of my first songs I ever did got it opened for Tiesto in one of his shows. He
Lovely.
chose the song. So that was like in 2011. But then I think really just Queen of Hearts and Devilized have really been top
Absolutely.
hits over here.
Absolutely. In fact, Devilized was one of the first songs that we, heard and came to know you through. So I have to say, the first time listening to the song, just seeing the song, it's so like it's such a vibey song, it just puts
Yeah, it
you
really
in,
is.
in a good mood. And I feel like it's one of
Mhm.
those songs that you can't listen to just once. It's got to be on
Yeah,
loop, and if it's
yeah,
not on loop, it's in your mind all the time.
I know, right?
Was that
That makes me happy.
consciously right? Yeah. Was that a conscious decision that you're like, you know what? I'm going to make this song that people can't get out of their minds.
Well, I mean, I started it, I write all my songs based on like my own experiences, and it's a way for me to really get through heartache and hopefully help other people relate. And so that was really my goal, and I already had in my mind a Devilized. That was the title that I wanted. So it was like it just kind of developed with me and my producer, because he's a genius, he's a master at everything. Manoir is just like top notch, so he knew what to do and how to make it like exactly what I envisioned. So we worked together pretty well.
That's lovely. In fact, Devil Eyes is also one of the top songs on our station. So we do have a lot of love coming in for it. So
Oh wow.
tell me about the lyrics of the song. I'm sure we're all very, very curious because it's not just every day that people are so forthcoming, so open with their emotions. So take us through that process of your songwriting.
So I write it a lot about like just relationships, and like I wrote actually two songs about my ex, which is Devil Eyes and then Queen of Hearts. And it was just a really tough relationship, when you just really love somebody so much, but they just can't treat you right. So that's really where that derives from.
You know what? I know that a lot of people who are tuned in right now are going to be like, okay, so it's not just me. Like everybody has similar experiences.
Yep. You have those people that lie and cheat and treat you terribly, but somehow you guys can't stay away from each other. So it's like that's kind of like where I fit in everything, like
I have to say, as difficult as that sounds, to go through, it gave you an amazing, amazing song. So I'm not, I don't want to be an
I know, right?
person.
No, like I actually saw him a couple days ago, and he was like, well, at least you got some good songs out of me.
As long as no royalty is demanded, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
So tell us about shooting the song. I know, like the first time you listen to the song and what you envision in your mind is very different from actually being on ground and shooting it. And of course, you're like, go ahead.
I had a totally different I knew I wanted to shoot in Barcelona. Like my dream, just since I was really young, I've always just wanted to take beautiful music videos and in different like places of the world, just because those places have always been really special to me. So we started with Be My Love in Greece, and that was, I think, the first one that was the first one I did with Thrace Music. And then for Devil Eyes, I really thought we were going to do like neon lights, and like I wanted to be like super kind of
glowy vibe.
Devil, yeah, like a total like vibe. But it worked out that we could just film in the city, and it was still very beautiful, and I had a lot of fun. And they did a really good job at like editing it, so it was kind of like trippy and
really, I mean, the pigeons kind of added, I think, the extra.
Oh my god!
I watched that video and I'm like, oh my god, like it's like they were like unpaid actors, like what we say nowadays. It just really, really fit into the rest of the vibe of the song.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have to say that this is like a mandate question. Would you like
a
few lines for us of Devil Eyes?
If I could sing a few lines, I wish I could. I wish I could. Like I have to, every time I do anything live, I do like a warm up first, and I didn't do that this morning, so I'll have to do it next time. But just like whenever I come to see you guys in concert.
You are jumping to all the questions because I was going to ask you in a few minutes if we're going to see you in India now that the countries have slowly started opening up. We're slowly
that's
welcoming
good.
people, right?
I really, yeah, I have to talk to my producer. We're gonna be FaceTiming soon, and we'll try to figure out. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can
We've got our
come
fingers
like
crossed.
later.
Superb.
Yeah,
So before we do actually see you live in
yeah.
India or live in Chennai, I just have to say Cherry Baby is like one of those songs, that once
Oh
again
yes,
transports you, right?
yeah,
That
yeah.
that I think that particular song really is so different from Devilized, and it's
Oh
just
yeah,
you can just it's like being on a vacation for me. Like I can just close
yeah.
my eyes and it's chill mode on. So is that what it's
Uh-huh.
like for you? Tell us a little bit about Cherry Baby behind the scenes.
So, Cherry Baby was actually written by she's my other, she's the, you know who it is. It's Caitlin. She's like one of my best friends on the team. And she wrote that. And then I just rewrote like one part of that, like the beginning part, like the part where I want you to fight for me. So that was a collaboration between her and Manoir and Aaron. And so they wanted me to sing it. And I was like, normally I write everything myself,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, I'll try this one. And I really vibed with it.
Right.
So we, because of COVID, we could not shoot together. So I had to shoot it in Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean. And then Aaron shot it in Romania. So it was very different from being like on set and
On
like
set.
having a whole team. Like it was just me and my family. So they helped me like film it. So
That's how a lot
you
of us
gotta do
got.
during COVID.
Yeah, that's how a lot of us got through COVID. In fact, I think, we've all come out a lot more thankful for the people that we live with and, just surround ourselves
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Is this,
It
is this
was
your, uh?
go, go ahead. Sorry, what?
No, so I was saying, is this like your first like proper collaboration or, what's that like? Because I know that we've had so many solos
Yeah.
before.
It was great because I had never sang with another male artist or female artist yet,
Mhm.
So I always wanted to sing a song with Manoir, Chris, but Aaron is fantastic, and it was his voice and my voice really mesh well together. So it was fun to do for sure.
In, in fact, I was going through the comments a little bit, and there was someone who said that your voice sounded so fragile, but it had such an impact, and I couldn't help but
Oh,
agree with it. It just sounds so
yeah.
melodious, but it stays in your mind. So tell us a little bit about that. Is that like a conscious style that you have, or is that just accidental?
I think it's accidentally like I've always been told, I've never sounded like anybody else. Like anytime when I grew up and I tried to sing other people's songs, I just could never sound like them. And it was a little frustrating because I'm like, I feel like people can, sound kind of similar if they wanted to. But I was like, you know what? When I got older, I just really owned that I sound so different
So
from
unique.
everybody else. And that's just what makes me distinctive. So I like it.
I
I like to be a little different.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's what, completely sets you apart because we can
Yeah.
hear your song, hear your, voice, and it genuinely just stands out, much like the rest of
Yeah.
your music. And, like you said, now that slowly everything is opening up, we do hope to see
Yeah.
you live in India. But before that,
Me
your
too.
music has traveled to India before you. I think post
Yes.
post-pandemic, right? Everyone's just taken
Yeah.
so much, solace in the music. And I have to say, on behalf of everyone who's watched your YouTube videos, and I know that's a lot of people, I want to say thank you for the music so much.
Thank you. And thank you guys for like enjoying it. It's such a great experience to have such a good response.
Absolutely.
So it makes me really happy.
And on multiple platforms, right? Like there's
Yeah.
Spotify, there's YouTube, there's so many platforms and you're ranking right at the
Right.
top. And for us, it's like, yes, we
Yeah.
it's like we are celebrating your victories with you.
Oh, thank you guys. It just really warms my heart.
One of the biggest milestones that I genuinely felt super joyed about was the number of views on Queen of Hearts. By the way,
Yes.
I checked a few minutes back. We're at, I think, 8 million, if I'm not wrong. 8.8 million.
Yeah, 8 million. It's almost 9 million. So
Right?
that's definitely the biggest mile mark for
Right? I mean, was that conscious, again, a conscious decision that I want to make a song that breaks all my records, or I want to make a song that can completely steal hearts? Or was it,
you.
just your doing?
I again, like with Queen of Hearts, that was like a title that I wanted to have a theme about, and it was but I really honestly did not think that Queen of Hearts would be more popular than Devilized. When Devilized came out, it was like 1 million views in like a day or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, the
But then
initial
like
phase. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, and then Queen of Hearts just shot up like after it was out for a couple months already. So it really took me by surprise.
Cool. So you know what I'm getting? I feel like Starla is one of those people, like a lot of artists out there who are like, scrolling through YouTube, just keeping a track of, how many views, how many comments. Is that you? Tell us a little
Right.
bit about you as a person.
I mean, I do keep up like maybe like a couple months, like I'll go and check and just to see like, but I think for me, since Queen of Hearts has just gotten so big, I get overwhelmed looking at like everything. So like I watched it in the very beginning, but now that there's so many, I'm like, okay, I love you all. I can't read all of it. I'm sorry. But it's fantastic. It's great to see the numbers go up because it really does, show that it's doing well. So that makes me happy for myself and for my label. I know that they work really hard. So
Absolutely. Much loved, I have to say. So,
yeah.
again, if I were to, say, take a peek into your mind, what is the songwriting for Queen of Hearts been like? What is that process? Is it, a conscious, I want to tell this story, or is it something that you've just, gathered your thoughts and just sat down with it and
Well,
this wonderful thing
I
came out?
yeah, I when I'm writing, I'm very intentional about it just because I have this story that I want to
Sure.
project and like and share and just I think the music, like most of the time when I'm working with Chris or Manoir, he usually sends me an instrumental and then I see if I can hear, like if it inspires me and I hear something in my head and then I instantly start writing and all the words come, or I think of an experience. But for the majority of the part, like I really feel connected to telling more of a story than the actual, like the beat and the music comes kind of later.
Okay.
So that all works out, as I feel like the universe kind of helps with that little bit of magic.
Just that initial phase. I do have to say, you know what, that definitely does come through because
Yeah.
you've got a few of those songs where the lyrics are just as important as the tune, and the tune is just as important as the lyrics. It really just
Yeah.
comes together. So I have to say, congratulations on that mission. Well accomplished.
Thank you.
So tell us about, now that we're talking about YouTube and social media in general, tell us about your Instagram, because I know that you get a lot of love there. Of course, a lot of us from India, in fact. So what is
Yes.
that like? Was that also an interesting process, or were you always, like Miss Popular on Instagram?
Well, I think when before Instagram, I feel like Instagram got really like popular after a certain, I think it was like 20
Yeah,
2012 or whatever. I
yeah.
mean, I had it before then, but I was like, it's not a big deal. But then when I started to do big stuff, like I worked with a couple of photographers that Ina works with. I worked
Hmm.
with them like back in 2012. Um, and I mean, me and our label and her label are very like intertwined, but
Okay.
that's when I started to get a little more like, I guess, traffic to my Instagram. But
Just like putting
I
pictures
think,
out, and yeah.
yeah, but the I think just whenever Devilized and Queen of Hearts went viral over there, that's when everything kind of shot up. But I I get a lot of comments where they're just like, why don't you have more followers? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if people really know that I have it, because my name on Instagram is Stelina Rowe.
Yep.
So and if you still search Starla Edney, it'll come up because I'm verified finally after all this time. But
Lovely.
I think it's just they just can't find me or something, but it's okay. Like, I know that it'll come when the time is meant to happen.
But you know what? I do have to say that a lot of people are very skeptical about their online presence. And you are, I think, one of the very few people that gets 100% love. You know, I've seen the comments again. I've seen the kind of, love that you get from people. So I do have to say that does sound like a super special, platform to be on.
Yeah. I mean, I try in the beginning when Queen of Hearts went #1, I really did try to like interact with everybody, but then it just got too much. And then I just had to like be, try to send love to everybody, but like not individually, because I got a little too much.
I can imagine. So going back to sorry, what was that?
No, sorry. I was just saying it's a beautiful thing, but go ahead.
It is. I think it genuinely just breaks, any barrier that you have between you and anybody. And of course, when it's your favorite artist, I think it comes with open arms. So I have to say, absolutely, like you said, it is in fact a beautiful thing. So going back to your music, when you started off, I know that there was something about your music that really pulled people in. In fact, over the years or over the months, we've seen a very interesting commercial addition to it. Earlier, I feel like there was a lot of soul. Now it is soulful, but also really, really catchy. So was that your doing? Was that your producer's, magical hands?
I mean, I think it was both of our heads put together, because we just kept releasing stuff together, and until we found, I mean, it wasn't like we just thought, anything that we release, we're trying to do a really good job. And I think it just took that one, and that's what my producer says. He's like, it only takes that one song, and then you can finally like get up to where you want to be,
Absolutely.
So yeah, it definitely started off very, I mean, I feel like there's been a theme. It's very kind of similar, like Mediterranean, like Indian sounding. So we've kept that pretty strong, I think.
And the beats, I feel like the beats like really, just like pull you in, and that's what genuinely just like, really pulls you in, and it holds you there. So I have to say that is something that definitely does its job in keeping us hooked.
Yeah, I love it.
So tell us about what is coming. Now we know that, you were saying that you've, kind of walked through your trajectory. Right now you've got like a super hit, like a mega hit song. You've got Queen of Hearts. And of course, people across the world showering you with love. What is the next step?
Well, I am in the process of, me and Chris Manoir, we're going to be talking soon about what the next step is, because we really do want to release something big after Queen of Hearts, because Sherry Baby was just a collab, so it wasn't actually my song per se. So I think we're gonna try something very juicy next time. I'm hoping it's gonna be a super hit, but we'll see.
I'm saying if I know your name is on it, I'm sure it's going to be a super hit. But now that now that you've explored such a wide range of styles, is it going to be in the same style, the the Starla that we've known and we've come to love, or are you going to be breaking the molds and trying something different?
I would love personally to like try something a little different, but I know that we have to agree on what we're doing, and I know that Chris has a really good head on his shoulders, and he knows what works, and so I trust him a lot. But we'll figure something out together, and hopefully it'll be a little more, I don't know, I want it to be a little more dancey. Yeah.
Nice. We can't wait. You know what, I feel like I can already see the emojis in the comment section and everybody's minds with the dancey vibe, so we're all here for it. Tell us, I know that, you started off in Europe right now. Like you mentioned, you were in the States. What's your
Yes.
history with India been like? I know you have a lot of fans here. Have you visited?
I have not. I've always wanted to go,
Mhm.
and my family actually really wants to go. So I told them, I was like, when I go on tour over there, you're gonna come with me. So you'll finally get to see India.
Superb. So what are you looking forward to the most? Is it the food? Is it the
Oh,
beautiful
I actually
scenery?
eat Indian food on the regular here. Like my
Oh.
dad and I love, we go to dinner together whenever we can, and
Mhm.
he loves his Indian food, and I do as well. So I think though when I come, I definitely want to see the Taj Mahal because I know everybody has to see that.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I think I'm just going to enjoy meeting people and just seeing smiles on their faces and just being able to take pictures and give them a hug and thank them for like liking, what I'm doing. So, and just the
Absolutely.
support is so amazing.
Superb. You know what? We can't wait for it because I feel like that is something that we are definitely looking forward to as well. So, is there a message that you have for all of your lovely fans, from across India?
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess like I'm just so thankful for each and every one of you for supporting me along this long journey. I know there's a lot of people that have supported me before any of this happened. So I'm just so thankful for the loyal, diehard fans. You guys make my whole world happy.
That is so sweet. You know what? That actually is something that's true from the heart, I can say, because I know, just by following your musical trajectory, I know that there are a lot of
Yeah.
people who have given you so much love and can't wait to see what you come up with next. So, on behalf of everybody, I just want to say we're so incredibly excited for what you have coming next. And of course, congratulations on
Yeah.
Queen of Hearts.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Also, before we do, in fact, say our goodbyes, I have one very important question. Okay, which is
Ooh, yes.
tell us something about you for everyone who's tuned in right now. Okay, so tell us something about you that nobody else knows, and we're going to be like, yes, this is what Starla told us. I see you
Oh my
thinking.
gosh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, I I don't know what like let's think. I mean, I am talking to somebody that I wish I could tell people who it is, but it's kind of a big
Mhm.
secret right now. But but I can't put it on
Oh,
the
I feel like we're so close to this, but you know what? I
I mean,
understand the
like when
suspense.
it when it comes to fruition, everybody will know for sure because it will be on social media.
Done. Superb. So that is yet another thing for us to look forward to. So thank you so much, Tyler. Definitely given us a lot of interesting, a lot of sweet moments today. And of course, like I said, a lot of interesting things to look forward to. I hope you had a wonderful
Yeah.
time.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Well, for everyone who's tuned in right now, that was Starla Edney. That is right, some fantastic music, and of course, a really, really sweet person as well. We will see you on YouTube, Starla. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.